GM, happy Monday. Welcome to Beans. Thank you all for being here. We see, oh my gosh, so many friends already. Rami, Jose, Crudy, Ben. Hello, everyone. I'm Shelley Van. This is my co-host, Dan. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I actually have a lot of energy for a Monday. I
Cool.
hope you're all feeling the same way. Big week. Markets are up. We got a lot going on. So
Bitcoin's over 95.
Bitcoin's above 95. That's a key level in my book. That's a key level. So very happy about that. We got a good turnout here, and I think we got a fun show.
Yeah.
I think we got a fun show. We're not going to be too structured. I think we want to hear from our guests, we want to hear from our viewers, and we don't have a guest, and I think we're just going to wing it here.
You are the guest, Dan.
I am the guest, yeah. I'm the guest that overstays his welcome. Be like, yeah, we want this guy here, and then they're like, eh.
And I'm over it now.
Time to go.
No. What are we doing first? Let's see. First of all, can everybody hear us? I feel naked without my earpiece now. My FBI.
Can everyone hear us?
Yeah, quick sound check. Well, you should see it. Do you see the levels? My mic's
Yeah.
on?
Yeah.
Sound check. Okay, cool. Gary did the homework.
Okay.
Shout out to Gary. Is Gary here?
I don't know, but Gary has been one of the fastest I've seen pick up Web3 of anyone I've ever met.
Mm-hmm.
He's not only been minting NFTs of his daughter's artwork, which we'll show in a little bit here, but he's also doing like LPing, DeFi pools.
Damn, Gary!
And he's like in our Discord, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" He's looking at the Block Explorer. He's like, "Why is Solana being transferred to Wrap Solana?" He's like in the weeds, which I'm very happy about because now
love that
we have a disciple. We have someone who's with us now. Gary, you're a tastycrypto disciple, so.
Love that.
Everyone thinks we're nuts. Everyone doesn't believe that there's this this whole other world where you can make money and do fun things on the internet, but now we have a follower, which is nice.
We have a
follower.
Love that.
All right. I just brought it up. What he made.
Oh yeah, so here's Gary on Zora, and I'm not logged in right now, so I am following Gary. This is his latest drop. A line runs through it.
Wow. Okay. If you send that over to me, I'll mint it.
Let's go. I'm gonna throw this at you, Dan, through an email, because we have a janky setup for intercommunicating. I don't know what I'm trying to say. And my camera's weird. No?
No, I think it's all right.
Okay. It looks like it's on an angle. All right, I sent it to you.
Okay.
Are you sharing your screen? Show the mint. Show the mint.
Okay, hold on a sec.
Is our music on?
Yeah. Which is also another thing I forgot is we had our guest on and we were listening to our music last Friday, and I think the background music was still on, so which I couldn't hear in the earpiece, so maybe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Noobs.
Yeah.
Here we are.
All right, I'm gonna buy a little bit of this.
Show it on screen.
It is on screen. Whoa, just take it easy.
Sorry. Caffeine is surging. All right, you're minting? Awesome.
Yep.
I like that. We got to find Gary. Where is he? He's not here yet. I want to know the story of what this is.
All right, so I just bought some.
Nice.
And let's see if Zora updates, but there it is. All right, so I have some, and we'll be giving this away, I think.
Yeah.
In some
hell yeah
shape or form.
Love that.
So, yeah. Do you have anything that we can mint potentially toward the end of the show or later today?
Do I?
Just like on the tastycrypto account. On Zora.
Don't you want to mint my dead cat?
We should. Should we mint the newsletter meme?
Mm-hmm. We can do that.
Yeah.
If you're not
Chat,
subscribed.
if you guys send us, if you send us a photo in Discord, that is appropriate, we'll mint it through the Tasty Crypto Zora account. How about that?
How about that? It's a dangerous offer, Dan.
That is a dangerous offer.
I like it though. That's fun. I can't believe you minted my hideous cherry.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
cherry
it's
pea.
great. I think we should mint all the memes that you make for the newsletter.
Okay. If you're not signed up for the newsletter, that's one of
Yeah.
my favorite weekly tasks is making the weekly meme.
It's a work of art.
Thank you.
I've seen the amount of work that goes into that and the agonizing over getting it just right and making sure it hits. And
I try to make it like in 20 minutes or less, but some of them it doesn't work out that way. But all right, we're also collecting feedback via a survey, and
Yes.
we need your input. I'm gonna try and share this link in our restream chat. I don't know if it's gonna come through. It probably won't come through on Twitter, but it'll come through on other channels. So I'm gonna throw it here, but if you would be so gracious as to fill out that form, we will be selecting a handful or a couple dozen people to do a paid follow-up survey. So please.
yeah, we're looking to talk to you folks and learn about what you're doing in the space, what we could be doing better to support you as a crypto user or trader. And we're paying you money if you sit on a phone call with us. So fill out the form. We definitely need your help. So please just fill out the form.
Please.
Please.
Please. Air horn. Is that the long one? No.
Weatherman says beans and tea. Yes.
Beans and tea.
Beans and tea.
Excuse me, Weatherman won last week and a couple of things, I think. Not last week, week before. So I think you're in the Discord. But if not, if you're new, jump in our Discord. We've got a form pinned to the Beans channel where we're collecting your wallet info so that if and when you win, we can send your prizes and not have a bunch of delay. All right, let's get this show on the road. ELI 5.
Okay.
What is our word of the day or phrase of the day? Web3.
Our Web3 phrase of the day is GameFi. And do you want to take this or take an overview and then I'll show?
Sure.
Okay.
GameFi, synonymous with P2E, which is play to earn, is basically earning for gaming. The more you play, the more you farm, if you will. You'll earn in-game tokens that can be NFTs, wearables, things that you can then sell for real currency. And yeah, so
Yeah.
gaming and DeFi, playing to earn.
Right. Yeah, and I think like this was a big category for like last cycle when NFTs were a huge thing, was this combination of like yield farming games and like NFTs, like scarce NFTs. And so I'll show you a couple of the games that have launched that have one that's done pretty well, but I think it's this concept of video gaming and DeFi, right? So like normally DeFi, if you're going and doing LPing or yield farming, you know, it looks like a finance terminal. It looks kind of like a boring, you know, kind of interface. It's still somewhat of a game, right? You're looking for the highest yield. You're looking for the highest return.
Mm-hmm.
I think everything really is a game, you know? But what GameFi does is it combines NFTs and DeFi. So, you know, one of those was DeFi Kingdoms, which I think is now defunct. That's on Avalanche and Harmony One.
Okay.
I'll show that after. And then Aavegotchi. And Aavegotchi is one I really want to dig into because I think it's a genius idea. It's basically teaching you how to use borrow-lend markets through a gaming interface, right?
Whoa.
So I think there's this next evolution of DeFi, which is a gaming front end. So I was thinking about it this weekend. I was playing around with some meme coins, found a couple terminals that really like are decent with like meme coin trading, and then kind of came across this website, playtoearn.com. Playtoearn.com has a GameFi category, which is, like I said, combining NFTs, gaming, and DeFi in just a fun, casual, simple gaming interface. So Yeah, we'll take a look at that, and I think it's really interesting.
I'm excited to see what you've been up to.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
I love it. Thank you, Miriam. Shared the link on X. And Miriam says she's been playing the Sandbox Alpha Season 5 right now. That's cool. I played Sandbox for a little while in Season 1. Earned me some sand. Where else, historically, where have you been playing to earn?
I was pretty big in Axie Infinity for a little while.
Okay.
I wouldn't say like there are DeFi elements to that where it was like you bought land and you staked it and you earned a token, but it wasn't like a DeFi game, right? It was more of like a card kind of like Axie Infinity is like a card like Pokemon type game, right? You're like trying to level up different characters. So I briefly did that, and then ZED Run was another one, which was just the horses. I don't know
the horses.
I don't know if that's GameFi.
That is how I got into Web3.
Was ZED Run?
Yep.
Tell me about that.
So ZED Run, my grandfather owned racehorses in real life. Okay.
Okay.
So I come from a little bit of that background.
So you come from money. You're rich. You would come from.
Calm down.
It's a king sport. Horse racing's a king sport.
My grandpa was a badass. Let's just say that. But I didn't like the way the horses were treated because I'm an animal lover, and I was always like, "You're making money on these creatures, and they belong, in nature, and blah blah blah." Well, he gifted me one of the race horses. I literally had it in my backyard, so I grew up with horses. Anyway.
Okay.
When I saw ZED Run and the ability to have your own stable and breed digital horses and then race them, and at the time it was like the top when I discovered it and was like, you could make the same amount of money that my grandfather's making in real life, and it's a lucrative industry if you're part of that. But
yeah,
so it was like, bet, Grandpa, Papa, I am going to show you that animal abuse doesn't need to be a part of this thing. You can do it digitally. And so, I didn't end up buying because, again, I came in at the top. These horses were thousands of dollars if you wanted, like, good breeding horses. So, long story short, that was my entry into Web3 was because I was going to be, like, a racehorse tycoon, a ZED Run tycoon. Didn't happen, but
that's all right.
That was how I got in.
I love that.
Yeah.
I was at the Preakness last year, side note, so I am a big horse race guy, too.
Okay.
But to your point, I don't like when they're, injured or whatever.
I don't mean to imply that all racehorses are abused. I just don't love that part of the industry.
Yeah.
So it's like...
So being able to participate in a virtual sense is way better. Uh-huh. Is ZED Run... I wonder if ZED Run is still
active.
Is it? Okay.
They're just not...
I'm gonna take to my screen because I wanted to... Like, I found this website because I was doing research on... meme coin trading, right? There's like a lot of gaming elements to meme coin trading, not necessarily games in the traditional sense, but like just like the meta, like the gaming loops of meme coins. Like there's just the demographics. So I was like looking on SimilarWeb, and then I came across this playtoearn.com, which basically categorizes every single Web3 game and all the genres, right? So you have, DeFi, you have action, you have adventure, you have augmented reality, board game, breeding, building, card, casual, collectible, DeFi, right? So I was like, okay, interesting. What would be considered like a DeFi game? So a couple of these I'm familiar with, like Illuvium, which I think is more of a battler game. Star Atlas is like a MMO on Solana. That one's a little bit more advanced as far as just like gameplay, but a couple of them that I remember from last cycle that are still around is DeFi Kingdoms. So DeFi Kingdoms is basically a pixel game and a DEX. So it has a swap in it.
Okay.
It's a game, a DEX, a liquidity pool, an opportunity. Like that's how it's described. So this got a ton of hype and ended up blowing up, right? I think the token went to zero, kind of the whole death spiral thing, which a lot of these early DeFi games did. But what I think is so revolutionary was how it gamified DeFi in the sense that like most people, if you're coming into the space, aren't familiar with like staking or earning or yield farming or dexes, this added a gaming front end with like an RPG front end and allowed you to swap, earn, and do everything, do everything in DeFi.
Would you say there's an educational element to it?
Of course.
Like this is the way to learn?
Of course, yeah. The issue is, and I'll see if I can, I don't know, this wasn't working for me at home, but they created this token Jewel that was like the native, like all these games have like a native currency, just like a regular video game, but it, there's like pools that have juiced yield. So back in 2022, late 2021, early 2022, this ran up to like 100 mil market cap or 200, 200 mil market cap, and then it death spiraled. I think all the liquidity got pulled. Like a lot of these games, at the end of the day, the flaw is that they have this token that ends up death spiraling because like interest wanes, right? Mm-hmm. But again, like my point is, it was what I thought was revolutionary about it was just like how it taught you DeFi through this like what everyone's familiar with, like an RPG game.
Right.
So
that is the ultimate way to learn. Gamify it, I'm in.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I will learn it.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So and I just genuinely think that it is.
Can everybody do that? Are we ready to hear that?
I don't know. I kind of want to pause that. So let's see if I could go into it. So let's see, how's it work?
Ooh, this is fun. I want to do it as well. What am I doing over here?
But I don't know why. See, it wasn't working for me either. Okay. Let's see if it works.
Do you have to connect a wallet?
Yeah, but I don't. Where do you even connect it? By Jewel. Oh, it's on Avalanche. Interesting. Okay. It has an on-ramp. Visit the docks. Yeah, see. So anyway, like it has this, right? It has this like it's a gaming front end, but DeFi is the back end, right? And I think that this concept of GameFi was really, it was kind of a hollow term. Mm-hmm. But I do think that as we get further on, this is how a lot of like DeFi is going to be experienced, and maybe it's not even DeFi, maybe it's gaming, but with DeFi mechanics, right? So ultimately, I can't seem to get into the game, but ultimately, it was, the game was kind of around this jewel, and you have like a character, you level them up, you earn more yield. There were certain programs that were being ran, like liquidity programs that were being ran, that you could really juice your yields and earn some money. So for a couple months, this was a huge thing back in 2022, right? So fast forward, this kind of went defunct. I don't even know what the market cap of Jewel is. We could check. It's like 6 million, right? So it kind of went defunct, and there's not really nothing's going on, right? It's kind of a dead game. But fast forward, we have something that Aave, the DeFi protocol Aave launched, which is Aavegotchi, which was a take on Tamagotchis from the early 2000s and DeFi. So same concept. You were able to mint this like scarce, kind of rare character, and level them up and earn in DeFi, right? So the whole thing is taking you through a storyline of how to basically participate in DeFi. That's staking, that's yield farming, borrow, lend, and then there's a social element to it, right? So status is a big driver, just like it is in any type of
yeah.
So I thought that this is really just. I think this is a great way to get introduced to DeFi if you like games, right? If you like, a different way of interacting with the blockchain, interacting with Web3.
Hell yeah.
So, I mean,
Ben says he's in.
Okay.
The gamer's got a game.
Yeah. So, let's see here. DeFi staked crypto collectibles. Collect, compete, and combine your Aavegotchis for the ultimate gamified DeFi experience.
Okay, so there's an NFT required to play.
Right.
Where are we getting the NFT?
Let's look. Trade. Here we go. Let me sign in.
Where's the marketplace? Are they on?
Is this Ghost? What token is this? Buy for... What is this? Buy now using Ghost or buy with credit card. I'm gonna buy some Ghost, I think. Let's see.
I'm gonna need a character. I can already feel it.
And basically what I'm doing, if anyone's like new to this, is I go to CoinGecko. You can use CoinMarketCap too. I type in what the token is. It's called Ghost. Here's Aavegotchi. I confirm that it's the real one, and how I do that is I just do a spot check, right? It's 25 million market cap. Like, it has activity. I know it's the one. There's the contract. You can check it. And then I scroll down to markets, right? And I click Uniswap V3. Takes me to Uniswap V3, or doesn't it? Takes me to the page. Okay, here we go. Uniswap V3. I connect my wallet. Of course, now they're promoting all their own native wallets, so now I need a Uniswap wallet. But connect here. I got some ETH. I'm gonna buy, and I don't even know if this is enough, but we'll buy 0.1. How much is this? Oh, these are 500 Ghost.
Woo.
So it looks like I'm gonna need more money.
What's the floor is 500?
I don't know. Let's see. No. Okay, here's. I guess I was just looking at.
Can you filter by price? Or?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I love this pixel art. It's so fun.
There we go. Okay.
They're cute. How many Ghost is that?
79. Last sold 4 years ago for 499. Okay, so here's an interesting one. Here's what's interesting, I think, is each of these have different traits. And these traits, I think, do something different in the game. So I need to read a bit more about this, but what I'm looking at is I think like some of them have different yields. Some of them have different like properties that you can get different boosts on, whether it's staking or earning or whatever it might be. So yeah, I thought that was like a really interesting game mechanic that they built in.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should take a look at the facts and just see quick, because I want to read about the playing Aavegotchi can provide opportunities to earn tokens, which can then be exchanged for money. Through various mechanisms within the ecosystem, here are a few ways to make money playing Aavegotchi. Rarity farming. Users can earn rewards based on rarity and engagement levels of their Aavegotchi. Staking and yield farming. Aavegotchis have a spirit force, which is a collateral staked inside them that is an interest-bearing token from the Aave protocol. Okay, that's interesting. So it was spirit force.
Spirit force. Oh, man.
So I think that is. Let's see. Spirit points, 3 to spend. Interesting.
Kentucky?
This Aavegotchi has low spirit force.
Alright, we gotta do some research.
Yeah.
In the meantime, if you know anybody playing this game, let us know. Because I would love to get somebody who has been, in and playing for a while on the show and talk to them about it. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And Ben is a gamer. Intuitively, he's like, usually colored creatures / gear in games are higher tier and cost more.
Yeah, I think that logic still applies.
Oh yeah. Well, this is fun. Let's run a quick giveaway.
Okay.
Everybody, if you haven't said hello in chat, say what's up. We're gonna run a quick giveaway. What are we giving away? We're giving away $1 in USDC plus a line runs through it. Was that Gary's token?
Yeah.
All right. Say what's up in chat. If your name's not on that wheel, it means you haven't spoken to us, which is sad. $1 plus a Gary token. Let's go. Congrats, Ben Butler. Our first winner. We'll do a couple of these. Dan, are you still shopping?
I'm actually in the game right now.
In the game?
I wanted to see what this was.
Milana Rubin, congratulations. Jacob Anthony, let's go. Congrats. We'll do 2 more and then fly over to some more games. Laura Tavares, congrats. One more. Logan, let's go. Congratulations. Again, if you're not already in our Discord, jump in. We've got a form in there so we can collect your wallet address and send out your prizes.
I'm going to make an announcement, too, about the feedback form focus group.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to do that. So, yeah.
We've got other big announcements coming, too. So you want to be in there and turn your notifications on for that announcements channel. And the Beans channel, because we do a lot in there. Oh, come on, Dan. You got to share your screen. What's happening?
I don't know what I'm doing.
So this is the Aavegotchi? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Aavegotchi game?
I guess.
Uh-oh. Did you buy an NFT?
No, it just lets you play,
Okay.
I think. I'm probably the worst person to be
Yeah, it doesn't
doing
look like
this.
you're doing well. I don't know what I'm looking at, but...
I'm just clicking. So this is how I teach myself games, is just click around.
Mm-hmm. Which character are you? You've been defeated.
Okay, I died already.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
This is, I spent a tremendous amount of time in Decentraland, and a lot of the gaming elements over there are like parkour, so you're just like climbing and jumping.
Yeah.
I was a console gamer, okay? So transitioning to the PC gaming, no. It's just a no. Hours I would spend trying to like reach a certain level, and you know, it's a community arena, so everybody's now invested in like other people doing well or not, and the amount of times that people just watched me fall to my, you don't die, but you gotta start all the way over again.
Okay, that's the one thing about the like those types of open world games, is just like they all go off the Minecraft concept, where it's I don't know, it's like world building where I just don't have the time to invest. Like I kind of want like a mindless mobile point and clicker, or just even like something casual. Like I don't know what I'm doing here, but I think like being able to click in PvP or whatever is interesting. I think strategy games are always big. But yeah, like the parkour stuff always got me, because I just like, I don't know, after a while it's like, what can you do? There's no one in this world, right? Like there was
Yeah, well, to be fair, at the time in Decentraland, there were a lot of people in there, and it was
a
fun.
lot,
You could
yeah.
reach the top, and you'd typically get something.
Okay.
You know, there was a POAP or a wearable to claim. But I just felt my age, because as a gamer, as a kid, you know, you're really fast and quick. And so I've aged out of that. I am slow now. Because then we were having the kids play, and it was like, phew, speed run. And I'm like, well, okay. Feeling old. Miriam has asked, with the battles game, it seems like to get the stronger characters, you need to spend more money to level it up, evolve, etc. Do noobs even have a chance?
Yeah, so good question. I believe what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to buy sort of like a base rarity ghost and then level it up.
Yeah.
So I think, sure, you could probably go out and spend some money and get a character, but I think it does allow you to level up. Again, I just found this game this weekend, so I am not like
Not
deep
the expert.
in, not the expert by any means. I'm just trying to kind of figure out how it works too. But let's take a look. Let's see. Aavegotchi is a DeFi-enabled crypto collectibles game developed by Pixelcraft Studios. Allows players to stake non-fungible tokens with interest-generating tokens and interact with the Aavegotchi metaverse. It is a unique combination of decentralized finance and NFTs. Okay, like I said before, that's kind of the basics of GameFi is it combines NFTs and DeFi yield mechanics. So, to level up Aavegotchi's, players can participate in a variety of activities including minigames, governance, and meetups. Okay, so you basically go out and you buy an ERC 721 NFT. You have your value determined by the rarity level. So that's calculated based on traits, staked collateral, so there's a DeFi component that's staked collateral, and then, you know, wearables. So to answer your point, or to answer your question, you can level these up, right? So I think it's okay to start out with maybe like a base noob one, right, and level them up. So yeah, apparently you just have to participate and play in the game just like anything.
A little bit of a grind.
A little bit of a grind, yeah. The thing that adds kind of a certain wrinkle and an interesting game mechanic is, I think, the collateral stake, right? So collateral stake, each Aavegotchi NFT manages an escrow contract that holds an Aave-backed ERC20 token collateral. A tokens generate yield via Aave's lending pool.
You said a lot of words, Dan. Break that down.
Okay, each NFT has a token that generates yield in an Aave DeFi pool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So, yeah, so let's see. Let's go to rarity.
Oh, these creatures are adorable.
So rarity farming is a game mechanism that rewards users who are the most thoughtful and enthusiastically engaged with the ecosystem. Cooking wearables. All right, so there's a rarity system. There's different rewards. Distribution of ghost. Okay, so the rarest Aavegotchis receive a distribution of the token, the name token, ghost token. So,
Are these already all minted?
yeah, I think so.
So there's a set number of NFTs. Leveling up has a rarity component? Is that...
I believe so, yeah. Let's see.
Well, now I know how I'm going to be spending my downtime. Back into the gaming we go. Ben says this is 100% a mobile game mixed with Web3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Again, I just love it because this is the best way to learn. Whales will pay to upgrade faster. That's true. That is true. But there's still room for the tiny krill to to grow up.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, I guess all games are kind of like that. Like, if you're really invested and you want to buy more higher rarity thing. I mean, CS:GO skins are going for like hundreds of thousands of dollars. So
Yeah. Oh, this is so random, but I was watching TikToks and there was this 8-year-old little boy who came running up from the basement, crying, tears of joy, because he had just placed first place in a Fortnite Battle Royale.
yeah,
And he is just sobbing to his mom, I won! I won, Mom! And it was, like, beautiful. This moment of just pure joy, because if you know anything about it, like, he just outperformed, like, 100 other
yeah,
real players.
yeah.
And so as an 8-year-old, the noob, if you will, he had his first moment. And, oh, the video was just precious. And the comments, I mean, this video has millions of likes, and the comments are like, okay, that's so wholesome. And then there are other people who were like, I was probably in there and really mad that I just got taken by an 8-year-old, but this is amazing. Like, good job, kiddo. So don't let whale behavior stop you from doing your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben says you buy a basic if that's all you can afford, and then you grind.
Right. I think that's kind of the whole point of.
Yeah.
But that's why I think there's a very huge overlap between like DeFi and like doing like grindy trading stuff and then gaming. Like that's the same person.
Absolutely.
It's just that like sometimes the trading stuff is super nerdy and not that like entertaining.
Fun, right?
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself a grinder?
When I was younger, yeah.
Yeah.
When I had time to do it. I feel like I don't have the attention span anymore to like really like get obsessed with a game. I was a big like MMORPG person.
Okay.
I liked interacting online with people. Never got to the point where I was really like, you know, deep in the weeds, like making money, transacting, like learning about the deep economics of some of these like online games. But I was there. I like understood it. It's just, yeah, my attention span. Like I'll get obsessed for a little while, and then I'll get bored and I'll do something else. So
I like short-term grinds where it's like, okay, something, you know, with what we do, the brain is going in so many different directions all the time that it's like overwhelming. So sometimes it's just really nice to just do one repetitive thing for like 3 straight days. That would be a fun retreat. Like, okay, adults that don't have time to really do this, let's just take a couple of days and I'll grind it out. So Mega Cube, I think I've talked about this briefly, was in Decentraland, and it was a total 3-day, you lock in, you don't sleep, you just click, 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 and you're mining NFTs from a giant cube. I locked in so hard that it was like, you could not get me out of it. I ate like, you know, those big giant boxes of Pepperidge Farm goldfish crackers? Yeah. That was like what I ate for 3 days, because it was like, I can't walk away from my computer. But I love that. I want to do that. Let's start a retreat, a grinder's retreat. Don't go there. Don't go the other way with that. Miriam says, anyone else play World of Warcraft? A lot of games were ripe for blockchain. All the gear, mogs, weapons, and stuff are perfect for NFTs. Exactly.
yeah, I was a RuneScape person.
Okay.
So that's the one thing I remember specifically grinding on was you would go and you'd kill cows and you'd skin the cows and you bring the leather to the merchant and you'd earn, that's how like you level up, was it just grinding on just killing animals and harvesting them. So that was specifically one thing that I was grinding pretty heavily on.
Yep.
Let's see what other...
Yeah, I mean, my son, he was really deep into Fortnite and so many games, but he was asking me like, Mom, can I please have $20? I want this skin so bad. And I was like, what? No. You know, fast forward to me discovering NFTs and blockchain gaming, and I'm like, oh, I'm like 30 grand deep in wearables, so I get it now. I do understand. Laura says, I can't see Miriam's post. Miriam's posting from Twitter. So let's see. Is that not coming through on screen here for us? Is that what's happening? Miriam, can you type something in chat, please? I just want to see if you're coming up on the overlay. It should be, since I see it populating here. Weird.
So what's interesting, let's see, before I get...
Yeah, there's Miriam. Thank you. Mom, you should see her chats on screen. She's just not watching on YouTube. She's on X. Excuse me. Miriam, only cool people can see my posts. Shout out to everybody watching on X. All right, Dan.
There's so many.
Where have you gone now?
I'm just looking at, there's so many of these, like, a lot of them are on Binance. But yeah, I was thinking of buying an Aavegotchi. So I just swapped some tokens. Let me see if I can...
Ooh. Do I sense a new segment coming to Beans? Like a mini gaming update?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's what we should do. Like, we should really dig into it. I didn't if I was ready, I should have bought this and kind of had it ready to go.
Uh-huh.
I just wanted to see what the game mechanics were, because
Sure.
I thought it was really interesting that they created this mechanic where there's actually like a yield bearing token that's in like a DeFi protocol tied to how you're, leveling up. Like, I think that's an interesting mechanic that works.
And again, the educational component is priceless in my opinion.
Right.
'Cause that gets you understanding how all of these things work in DeFi.
Right.
And you can take that and go another way. Ben says, I had no idea there was an entire Google Play for DeFi games.
Yeah.
Good analogy. And yeah, he says, do it. All right. Beans gaming segment. Let's go.
New segment.
Yeah, I want to play something. We got to find maybe the same game, or I'll find something different. Fun, fun, fun. Is that going to be your guy?
I don't know. This is the cheapest one so far that I can find on this marketplace. Maybe I should just check OpenSea real quick. Wonder if it's on there.
Oh, I got to shout out my shirt while you're shopping. This is the latest merch, Fidgetal from Dr. Drip. So I now have the Metaverse, the Decentraland wearable, and the IRL shirt. We got to get Drip on the show, but I don't know if you can see the whole thing. There's also a burger element to this. And then on the back, oh my god, I'm going to break my back. The burger element. So, burgers on the sleeves. Shout out to Dr. Drip. Love it, love it. Someday I want my entire wardrobe to be Fidgetals. It's a goal.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What if we just get to a point where you're literally just a virtual metaverse figure? It's like you just upload your entire...
My hologram can just sit here? Yes, please. Because I'll be living in, Fiji.
Yeah.
And just remote in.
That's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal.
Oh, yeah.
That's just Shelley. Shelley hasn't been here for years. She just sits as a virtual hologram.
The shell of Shelley. Yes. Yes, yes.
Okay. Can I actually buy this? Not yet. I guess I'll buy...
For anyone just joining us, I see a bunch of people on X. Please drop a comment in the chat to get added to the giveaway wheel. And if you are commenting on X, make sure you're commenting on the stream itself and not just the tweet. Otherwise, the comment doesn't come through on our end.
All right, so I'll make someone's day, and I'll... Where's my ghost? What the heck? Should be able to buy this.
Is it not refreshed yet?
Am I on the wrong chain? All right, how about we do a giveaway while I click around and figure this out?
I just want to highlight, though, that to anybody who feels like Web3 is confusing, it is.
It is.
Like,
yeah.
Even crypto natives, if that's what you want to call us, I still, like, click around and I'm like, why isn't it working? What is this? Hey, Trogs is here. Xavier, I don't know how to say this, is Aavegotchi artist. They were in Chicago once at an event at the gallery. Ooh, Trogs knows someone.
Trogs, if you know someone, we wanna talk to them about this.
VRMs for the whole team, Ryan included. Darn right, Megan. Hell yeah. Yeah, let's get whoever this is on the show if possible. Ben, rumors are out there that Pokemon is coming to blockchain. That's what pumped Sui, right? Last week? Or this weekend? Sui had quite a good jump. Sui? How are we saying it?
Sui.
Sui.
Yeah, I'm very, very deep in Sui right now.
I got a not a big enough bag after that pump, but... All right, everybody, get your name on this wheel. Type in chat. While dance shopping, we're going to do some giveaways, and then, oh my gosh, we only have 10 minutes left. We still have a couple of games to play. Well,
we got to do
speed round. Ruvanchi, congrats. Currently giving away $1 in USDC plus a little bag, not a little bag, a big bag of the Gary token.
Yeah, Ben, also, if there's other games... Like, if you want us to keep covering these, like, I will actually dig into these. I probably should have bought the character beforehand and seen what the gameplay was, but I just was like, oh, this is DeFi with a gaming concept, which is interesting. So,
Charlie with 2 E's, congrats. No, I like it. We're aping in with the whole community together. We're starting a new journey. Alana Rupin, 2-time winner, congrats. Jose says, I hope the rumors are true. Ben, yes. Pokemon on chain. Would be cool. Jay of Ryzen, congrats. Alright, I got a question.
okay.
Any game, like from your childhood or nostalgic or new, whatever, Jay of Ryzen again, congrats. If you could put it on chain and make it like a play to earn, which game would it be and why?
Probably like Farmville. Probably like a play to earn
Okay.
version of Farmville.
Whoa, Jay Horizon ×3.
Just because that was like one of my first intros to like social gaming and like casual gaming. Yeah.
Okay. In Decentraland, there's a farming... Rigged! Jay Horizon just won 4 times in a row.
Gonna have to shuffle.
There's no shuffling on this one that I'm aware of. No.
Alright, whatever.
One more. And then we'll do some more afterwards. Butterfly prawn farming in Decentraland is... I didn't play Farmville too much, so I kind of can't remember, but yeah. Clean 960. Congrats. Jay Horizon says rigged. Well, you're welcome. Any Pokemon game or World of Warcraft. Okay. I want Zelda Ocarina of Time on-chain play to earn. You'll see me playing Epona's song and fishing, catching chickens.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Love that.
That's what I want. Mafia Wars.
Was that another Zynga?
I think so.
That was a Zynga game.
What else? Mario.
Classic. Oh, you have the Zelda thing too.
Which one is it? Oh. Is it the chicken? Do we have a Zelda one?
Yeah, you have to go to more on the stream deck. It's like more sounds or something.
Oh my gosh. They also gave us Navi.
Hey, listen.
We have Navi. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay. What are we doing?
I think we
Speed run?
should do speed run, yeah.
Okay. That's a really long sound effect. 16 seconds.
Really?
The Zelda. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to the production team because they really hooked it up.
All right. Speed round, y'all. First one to answer correctly wins a prize. What's a key advantage of P2E games versus traditional video games? A1, type in chat, A1, just that, nothing else. Better graphics. A2, playable offline. A3, earn real world value. Or A4, unlimited lives. First one to answer correctly wins a prize. A2, A3, let's see. Miriam, coming in hot. Congrats. Miriam is correct and first to answer. So the answer is earn real world value. Play to earn, baby. I think because it's on chain, sometimes you have to sacrifice the graphics to make it run smoothly.
Right. I also think it's probably better if they get to a point where you can do it on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I think
mobile is going to be like the biggest thing, right?
Absolutely. What are we doing here? This is reset results. I don't know why this doesn't populate. There's such a long delay. Jose says, could you post these links for this cool website on Discord to reference later? Absolutely.
Right. Definitely.
I've been trying to do that more. If you are in that Beans channel, I'm putting relevant links from each episode in there to follow up. I don't know why our answers aren't registering, but the correct answer is A3. Miriam got it. Let's go to the next one. I'll refresh. Which game popularized P2E in 2021? B as in boy, B1 for CryptoKitties, B2 for Decentraland, B3 for Axie Infinity, or B4 for CryptoPunks? First one to answer correctly will win. Let's go, Apsy. First to win with the correct answer, B3 for Axie Infinity. That one was huge.
That was basically the top of gaming, like Web3 gaming from last cycle.
Yep. All right, we'll speed things up a little bit. Correct answer, Axie Infinity. Again, I don't know why our answers aren't coming through. Maybe I'm just not giving it enough time.
I don't know.
Huh? What did I do? I did something wrong. Okay. Which crypto asset typically represents in-game collectibles? C1 for BRC20 token, C2 for non-fungible token, C3 for stablecoin, C4 for governance token. C2 is correct, and Apsy on YouTube, first to answer correctly. Two-time winner, congrats. The correct answer is non-fungible token, or NFT. This is why I have so many NFTs in my wallet. Everybody gives me a hard time, but gamers gotta game. In P2E games, players typically earn which of the following? D1 for character skins, D2 for in-game tokens and NFTs, D3 for leaderboard points, D4 for game manuals. Made them easy.
Yep.
Damn, Miriam got in with 2 seconds ahead of everybody else. Well done and congrats. Correct answer is in-game tokens and NFTs. Still can't figure out why the answers aren't populating. Start timer. What did I do here? If we wait long enough, it might. Oh, look at this. You can create a winning wheel from the responses. Interesting. Except none of the responses registered. Sorry, noobs here. Still learning this new tool. Let's go ahead and spin this real quick.
I feel like we'll have to we'll contact Stream Alive, you know?
Mm-hmm. Crudy, congrats. We'll run this a couple times. Before we leave, I want to let everybody know we will not be on air on Friday this week. I'm going out of town to visit my daughter. I'm so excited.
Nice.
Scott Acker, congrats. And so we'll be back in 1 week from now, next Monday. And who knows? Dan may have gained his way into
Legendary status.
Yeah. Fred Arm, congrats. Two more. Let's do it. Apsy again, 3-time winner today. One more. What did I say? 2? 3? I don't know what's happening. Miriam! 3-time winner. Excuse me. Allergies are not my friend. Miriam again!
Okay, this wheel, something's off about the wheel today, but congrats. Congrats, Miriam.
Congrats to all the winners. Again, jump in our Discord. Woot-hoo! Woothoo is what that looks like. I like that.
Woothoo.
Woothoo. Like woohoo, woot, hoo, woohoo. Coin it. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. We'll see you in a week from today.
Yep.
Have an awesome rest of the week. Let's enjoy this little bullish momentum we've got going.
Yeah, and hop in the Discord. Let us know what you want to see. Maybe it is gaming. Maybe we just do more gaming stuffs. And, you know, anything you guys need help with, just jump in the Discord, let us know. I helped Gary out with some LPs last week. Always more than happy to chat with you.
Absolutely.
And then fill out that form because we want to hear from you. I think we're giving $25 US coin to anyone that shows up and chats with us for 20 minutes about what you're doing in crypto. So, you know, we want to talk to you, want to hear from you, and we appreciate you being here and helping us with this. So
absolutely.
Thanks, everyone, and we'll catch you next week.
Yep, next Monday. Peace.
Peace.